Sometimes become able to extend information, but when we talk, we can't talk fluently. So the main point here is how can we talk fluently for more than 1 minute? This is our major discussion. So first of all, I'm going to ask all of you, and all of you, I wish that you participate and you answer me for this question, that how to extend information. Like in IELTS speaking, there are three parts. You know about that. Now, within three parts, part number one, that is easy and introduction. So you just introduce and you share about your daily routine. And cue card part two, that is called cue card, where you will be given 1 minute and also a topic. And that is the time where you have to extend the topic. But the topic will be very easy, cue card. Yet the topic is easy, but the problem is with how to extend the information. So extend, even sometimes students say, I think we are having some information. I think we are having some ideas. I think we are having some words. I think we have heard about that. I think we listen someone about, like, many different perceptions will be there, and the ability like of having more information. Yet the probability of not be able to speak for more than 2 or 1 minute. So the problem is how to speak for 2 minutes. So the first, I'm going to listen from you people, and each student, and each means each one individual. So all of you have to answer me how to prolong answer. What do you think? How to make our answer lengthier for 2 minutes, and also with fluency, having good fluency.
Share,
Yes.
share explanation to explain answer.
How
Some
can?
example.
Yeah, this is your answer, right? To explain,
Yeah.
I'm going to write in.
Some example.
Yeah, good.
Mhm.
Explain. And then example.
Yeah.
Examples. Further. And example.
Ideas. I
Ideas.
think.
Okay, next.
So in the previous
They have
lecture, you
quite
have
detailed.
for example, we are going. We have to answer that answer about on. You have to answer about a journey, about a local bus journey. Then we will add some words. For example, interesting, antique, and we will elaborate these sentences in our own words. In this way we can minimum in this way we can extend our speaking. I think so.
We can
That is my
extend our speaking by sharing what? For different
so,
questions I'm asking, not for one.
okay. So we can
Sometimes,
explain,
yes.
as Shamsa said, we can explain, we can give examples, and we can in the previous lecture you have discussed some words, and we can explain these words in our own words. For example, interesting, antique, enjoyable. We will further discuss that what type of journey over what type of picnic. We can also give the example of a person whom we are going to discuss. We can say that he is very informative. He is very interesting to talk. He is very extrovert. He is very introvert. In my opinion, we can add some phrasal verbs or some idioms to extend our speaking. Am I right?
Good. Idioms, phrasal verbs. What else? What other students are saying? How to extend our answer? What is the opinion of other student with having a good fluency? Yeah, that's very important.
By providing stepwise details.
Details.
Yeah.
I mean
Second,
to explain a
second,
story stepwise.
sir, I want to ask that can we add some connectors?
Yes, connectors.
Okay.
Okay. What else?
I think
Use clauses
Connectors.
and collocations.
Collocations. Yeah, next. Any other point?
Each answer should be followed by the detailed information.
Great. Okay, detailed information. Yeah. But we are talking
Yeah.
about this, like how to give detailed information. Yes.
Explain the answer.
Okay, this is great. That's great. You are having creative points and ability that you can prolong information. Yeah, sometimes we prolong it. And right now we will have a practical discussion. Today's discussion is going to be very short, but it will be very fruitful, right? To make how to make points, how to make creativity like points in IELTS speaking and in IELTS writing within essay. So that's really interesting and going to be very important. Now, sometimes we make points, but we face difficulty. Now, this is a second question because I didn't get answer for this. So sometimes we make answer, and when we speak, we face difficulty to speak or share the information fluently. So what do you think? While this is a very major problem in IELTS speaking, if the person is lacking fluency, so what do you think? How to increase this fluency flow?
With practice.
By practice. So you mean by practice, right? Okay, what else?
Yeah.
Master the vocabularies.
Must have the vocabularies. Yeah, vocabulary. Vocabulary, right. What else?
And
Sir,
the
grammar?
vocabulary should be followed by the paraphrase.
Grammar?
The
Grammar.
talk yourself,
Okay, fluency
self-conversation,
grammar, right? Okay, what else?
self-conversation, sir.
Conversation on daily basis.
Yes, sir, self-conversation as well.
Self-conversation, right? Self-talking. Okay, what else?
Sir, mirror practice.
Mirror practice. Okay, good. Mirror practice. Talking with own self again. Yes. For fluency, this is a major point, a major flaw. You know, sometimes students make grammatical mistakes, minor, major, even sometimes in IELTS speaking real exam, but they will be given 6.5 easily. And it is only because of fluency. They talk confidently and fluently. Having major mistakes, a lot of mistakes. Yeah. So, anything else for fluency?
Sir, in the earlier lectures, you have discussed that we should even think in English.
English, thinking in English. Yeah, thinking in English. Okay. Yes. What else?
Shadowing technique.
Shadowing technique. Okay. Shadowing technique. Shadowing information. Okay. That's really interesting. Like we got a lot of points by discussing. Okay. So explanation, examples, ideas. Yes. Sorry.
Sir, what is the meaning of shadowing technique? Can please
Shadowing
tell
when
anyone?
we listen any native speaker and we copy their tone, their style of speaking and the sentences.
Okay,
We say
got it.
in the same style. Okay, now the point was to talk for more time and to talk also fluently, not like this one sentence after 3 minutes and examiners think like, oh, what person I faced today, right? So not like this. Once, there was a student I was going to ask her question, and when I going to ask her question, I was going to ask her question, she was going to be very silent. And I was like feeling like might be this question is not coming in her mind, the information. So the moment I was going to start another question, she was going to start the previous question answer. So I was directly going to stop. So to let her speak. And I was going to stop and to be silent. Now I'm listening her. Meanwhile, suddenly she was going to stop directly. And I was feeling like now she's done with the answer. So directly I was gonna to ask another question, but meanwhile she was going to jump again and my question and the previous answer, she remembered the remaining part. So sometimes it happens with a very rare case situation, within a very rare situation, like some students face difficulty in making the information and they take a long pause in that. So the problem in IELTS speaking, actually, when it comes to speaking, yeah, that problem, what I want to highlight is pauses. actually the information that we can share, with fluency or without fluency, and having like a 1 minute information, 2 minutes information. So different perceptions, you shared collocations. This is all based on your information. Now, logically, we are going to discuss some very interesting points, and all of you can take the screenshot from these points. These are also, oh, sorry, just let me, okay. You can take the screenshot from these points. These are going to be helpful for you later on. The points I just wrote yours. Okay. And now we come to discuss actually how to extend the information and then how to prolong the information. You see, sometimes we will be having information, but yet the problem will be without flow. But sometimes we do lack information. Now, the first problem, how to solve that? To extend information, we must be having information. Without having idea, how can you expect from yourself that I can extend my information? You don't have any information, how can you extend? Like now for this, we are going to have four things. Number one is reading, either through reading, either through listening. When you listen or when you read, this is how it is going to improve your information. Like this is going to increase your information. Now, once information is increased, second is definitely thinking in English and those other points you shared. And then the very simple thing is to utilize it, utilization, right? First, like for example, the sample of answer is written in front of you, the most important question for IELTS speaking exam coming again and again and again and again, and many exams in many years, like it is repeatedly coming. Now, that is describe a city, or describe a place you would like to visit or you have visited already. So the topic is simple, talking about any place actually. So what kind of words, information, the sentences we can use? So first we should read, but what is the strategy of reading? And then how to tackle out some points, and then how to extend those points fluently. So the first target is taking out the points from the reading, or taking out the points from the listening activity. By listening the similar kind of answer, or your own colleague, or like your classmate, right? Now, for example, we see the first sentence, the students, one of the students mentioned also vocabulary. Yeah, vocabulary can also be a problem, but right now you will understand that vocabulary is not going to be a problem in IELTS speaking. Even in IELTS writing too, you can achieve 7.5 and 8 if you don't have any vocabulary, right? If you understand English, you can achieve that. But then what is the strategy? Just listen right now. One beautiful city. For example, the question is about a beautiful city, and within a few minutes, I'm going to ask you the same question, right? Describe a beautiful city, for example, where it is, when you went there, what you did there, explain why you think it is beautiful. So, for instance, we are going to explain these reasons for the beautification or for why it is beautiful. Right. Now, the first point, a beautiful city, you can see, I had the pleasure visiting. So the first point is actually the pleasure you had. So the first point regarding the beautiful city, you can share the pleasure. If that is about future to be visited, so you can say, I would really get the pleasure of that point or the city that I would visit in my future. And I do expect that it will be really very great. That will be a city name. Like, for example, most of the students will not have visited this city, but yet the point is not the name of the city. The point is what to be used in the first sentence of describing any place. So the pleasure that you're going to get from it, right? So the first point from the reading activity of this answer or the sample of answer we are getting is the pleasure. So anyhow, when we are going to explain any city, we will say the pleasure. So extending information, how to extend, we are having two problems actually. How to extend information plus how to extend and talk with good fluency, rather the best fluency. And the best means 7 plus, and 7 plus means 8 or 8.5. That means similar or close to the native speaker, your speaking style. 7 plus actually sounds like that, right? In else, if you ask any of your AI or any other thing, you will get the answer like what means 7 plus? That means close to native speaker. right? So by the way, so having good extending information and with a good flow, like native, like without pauses, the very boring thing, like examiner don't like, that is pauses. Like this sound and that this sound, and you're speaking like this is going to be really very boring. So the problem and the solution, how to talk with fluency. Now see the first point, we first take out some points. I went there. See the next point. I went there around 2 years ago. There during the summer holiday with a group of close friends. So the when it happened. So it happened in summer holidays. My second point is summer holidays. I don't know, you talk about close friends, relatives, close one, family members, no matter. We had always heard, sorry, let me give it. Yeah, we had always heard about its rich history, stunning architecture, and scenic views. Scenic means like heart soothing, and that gives you relaxation. Yeah, scenic views, and you enjoy that. So we decided to explore it ourselves. So now at here, this is not a good sentence, by the way. I don't appreciate it. Now we can also take out some like we can extend even this sentence. Yet this sentence is good in one way, like to show your level at 100% advance. But somewhere if you face, like I can face difficulty in extending my answer to 2 or more minutes, then you should share only one adjective in one sentence. Like this: stunning, there is rich history, there is scenic views. So these are three words, three different adjectives. These can be used in three different sentences. For example, I can say, we had always heard about its rich history, and that was really astonishing or surprising to be visited. Furthermore, it is having a stunning architecture, and it was also in our information. To explore it, we also had heard about its scenic views. So you made three sentences and three different adjectives. That is how to extend information by using different adjective, one single adjective, one single describing word: beautiful, outstanding, surprising, astonishing, and this explorative, different words, scenic. Now these different words in different sentences, right? So from one single sentence where you're going to use three adjectives, you can make three different sentences. Now, so the first point is pleasurable. Second point is this summer holiday. Third point is the view. How was it actually? So it was historic, it was stunning, it was scenic, it was we decided to explore. So these are total roundabout 5 points: the summer, and then pleasure, right? Okay, let's move to the next point. During our trip, we visited the famous Edinburgh Castle, which sits on a hill and offers a breathtaking panoramic view of the city. Now, what kind of view? Panoramic view. So what that mean? And we sit on a hill offer breathtaking. The major point here: breathtaking and panoramic view. So next point. Now you would actually write it down here. Now, for example, you total collected around about 6 to 7 words, 6 to 7 informative words, like what to be said, and how to create my information more productive, and more sounds like outstanding, and more sounds like interesting, and more sound like it really happened in my life, right? And more sounds like it is really relevant to the question, right? It is 100% right what am I sharing here. Now next is, we also walked down the Royal Mile, a historic street filled with charming charming shops, like those who are those who are having lightning, charming, and charming shop, old buildings. So you can say historical building, charming shops. So next adjectives for any place, you can use the charming word as well. Now charming, old, you can say ancient, right? And vibrant street performers. So even till here, this information can extend your answer till, in my perception, for more than 1 minute, approximately 1 minute 25 seconds, roundabout, right? And further, if you add, that can also extend your information. If you can, and if you make, and if you aid the ability to how to aid sentences, so it can make your answer more creative. Like sometimes, like for today, one student was absent for approximately like 3 days within 2-3 classes. I asked why you are absent for so long, and the answer I got, and sometimes it happens with many students, I got, she said that actually I have information, my degree is good, my current job is also okay, but the problem I face here in the classes is actually I'm unable to extend my information clearly. So now the level was outstanding, yet the problem was how to extend information clearly, more clearly. Yet I know I can speak, I can understand also, but I think I face difficulty, and I'm not going to. I'm just like canceling the decision, and this is a giving up situation, because of only speaking on any city topic, because of to not be able to speak on any person in English. How can you say like you are good in speaking in English if you cannot even speak by describing a person or by describing a city? So that is like a very easy game, right? So you got some points, the words, the information. And if I ask you to describe your favorite place by using this kind of information, either you go for the same word, either you say we got a pleasure, we enjoyed it, we got a really like relaxation, any other synonym of this, either you use some others. Now summer holidays, you can go for some other vacation time, our festival moment, our celebration moment, our function, our party, or any other kind of gathering instead of summer holidays, right? With your close one, relative, whatever. Now, next moment you talk about your some adjectives about that place, and next moment like what are there, what you did there. So what are there actually? So old buildings and this other kind of points we mentioned here. Yeah, breathtaking, and then old historical streets are historic, and then old buildings, vibrant street performance. Okay, one of the last point I'm going to talk, and then I'm going to ask you the similar question. One of the highlights was hiking. So one of the highlights was shopping malls. So one of the highlights was food. So one of the highlights was, I think, the culture. One of the highlights of this place was the people, very hospitable. So one of the highlights was, what was that? So that means one of the highlights means you are going to highlight something very important and interesting, right? One of the highlights of the place. So that was hiking up Arthur's Seat. And next further, an ancient volcano that gave us an unforgettable view of the sunrise over the city. Now, what was that one of the highlight, and what that gave you? That gave us unforgettable view. So whatever is that, but it gave us memorable trip, or memorable, unforgettable concept, right? Unforgettable information, idea. We can never forget about that, right? So till here we just discussed, and now I didn't write some the points. Rather, I'm going to also write it here on the same screen. Yeah, anyone could like to answer me for the same question by using these points? I would appreciate if you go for the same points. Yes, to make it like pleasurable, your place. Next, I'm just writing the points, and you're given like 30 seconds. Then anyone would like to explain, and all of other students are also supposed to explain the same question. Yes. So it's your choice. Who is going to explain first? Holidays. You can change the information, but based on the similar kind of points. Like instead of summer holidays, you can mention some other holidays. Then some description words. Description words means to describe the place. Description words, like you are going to say, very beautiful, this stunning, this heart-soothing, this attractive, like surprising, these kind of words. Then what were there? Old or new things, like places, like buildings. Then about the one of the highlights, before one of the highlights, no, it's charming, yeah, charming word, some adjectives, description words you can use, and then one of the highlights. Okay, further, if you can extend it, but with fluency, not like right. Yeah, so he's going to start. Yes, please. Yes, I'd appreciate it. Who is going to start? Yes. Who is going to start? I heard from two students. Okay, let me
Okay,
take.
I want to try.
Okay, yes. First is Kamran Khan. Further, I will take the name of each individual. So be ready, all of you. Yes, Kamran.
Okay, so it is my pleasure when I got summer holidays from my hospital and I visited and there in Tabarjal city. So I saw too many beautiful things like shopping malls, like animals, uh, like all the the strategies, like all. So some old place and some new by like replace or some buildings like this. So I highlights like a Campbell when I some and mm, I don't know.
Ah, good, good. It was okay. It was okay. No worries. It was great. Okay, yes, next is Ashama Khan. All of you should be ready. I'm going to take out five students from for this question, then five for the next. Yes, Shama Khan, I hope you're ready.
जी सर
Yes, you have to describe the same question in your words. You can use the same point we discussed.
One beautiful city I had pleasure of visiting is Chitral in city of Pakistan. I went there with my family 1 year ago in summer. Um,
Some informative words, like what kind of place it was. Three, four words you can
the
explain.
legacy and unique tradition. We had always heard about Kailash culture and Chandur Polo Tournament
Oh,
mountain,
great.
so we decided to explore its ourselves. One of the highlight was its culture and handicrafts, and some historical places like Shahi Mosque,
Yeah, great, great.
Royal Mosque.
Good, very good, right? Very good. I appreciate. Yes, next is I'm gonna ask Sundas, then next will be Colombo. Yes, Sundas, Colombo, sorry.
One beautiful city I had the pleasure of visiting is Lahore. I went there 2 years ago during the summer vacations with my family. We had always heard about its rich history, stunning architect, and scenic views, so we decided to explore it ourselves. During our trip, we visited Minare, Pakistan. It offers a breathtaking panoramic view of the city. We also visited historical bazaar Anarkali, which filled with charming shops, old buildings, and vibrant street performers. One of the highlight was hospitality of the people. Uh, uh, that gave us an unforgettable view of the. Sorry, I think so.
It is fine.
One
It
of
is
the
good.
highlight was
Good. Very good. What was
one
the
of the
highlights?
one of the highlight was hospitality of the people, which will be cherished in our memory forever.
Ah,
Uh,
great.
what makes
Great.
what makes Lahore so beautiful to me is the perfect blend of ancient and modern history.
Yes, good.
The city is surrounded by no, not at all, green hills.
Very good. Very
Uh,
good.
the city,
Yeah, that's
the
great.
city,
Okay, thank
the
you.
city.
Yes,
Okay.
good. Okay, good.
Sir, can you tell me that what should we add about Lahore? The city is surrounded by green hills and the
Because
architecture.
uh, you want to say what? Sorry.
Sir, what will be the replacement of the city? The Lahore is surrounded by. Sir, we can't say no green hills.
Ah,
So, what will be the replacement of? What will be the substitute of these words?
uh,
Green hills.
synonym words are like the exact place words.
No, sir. I want to say that what is the substitute of these words because there are
You
no
can say like
green hills in.
factories. You can say like factories are. You can go for some other these man-made things like what we use for that. So man-made
Okay,
things,
okay,
yeah, yeah,
okay, sir. Thank you.
yes. Okay, next is Colombia. Colombia here. Yes, Colombia. Okay, Oliva is ready. Yes, Oliva. Oliva, Raza, Fi, Mahfi. Yes, Colombi.
No?
Yes, you can
Yeah.
explain.
Okay, thank you. The place that I will never forget
Mm,
is my childhood city.
mm,
Yeah, because uh, that place is very wonderful,
mm,
as there are many coconut trees, and with a beach.
mm,
Then the thing that I want to highlight
mm,
is when I was younger, I play on the beach with all of my friends, and uh, until now we remember the life during that period.
Okay, good. Some things were missing. Remaining was okay. Description, a little description, more description, and highlights. Any of the highlights that was memorable. Okay. By the way, it was all okay. Okay, let's move to one more question. I was expecting we go for three, and I was considering it also less, but it is two is even more. Okay. Anyhow, this discussion is going to be important for you people, and it will really help you out, like how to make answer quickly.
Okay.
Okay, now describe your favorite person you follow. Like sometimes we get the person related question. You can see like approximately 13 different questions. Person you follow, person you learn something from, person you had a close friend, person you share everything with, or person you the learn skills, person you follow on social media. So it's a different kind of question. But now the main point is person. So what the words we can use for person explanation, right? Extending information, and then with the flow, definitely. Yeah, okay, so let me share one more point, and then I would take one or two students for this part as well, are your choice as well. Now for flow, this one point you have to keep forever in your mind. 30 minutes minimum daily speaking is 100% must. Either now you speak in front of the mirror or mobile phone or with friends. What happens actually that sometimes we face students, those having good grammar come on and vocabulary come on and understanding come on, but they when speak they face problem in fluency. The problem is not with them, the problem is with practice actually. Why? Because fluency is natural. It is going to come on your tip of tongue. Like when I ask you, tell me ABC, you will say ABCD, ABC, like directly till Z without thinking. And if I ask you to introduce yourself, you also say, my name is Shama Khan. I belong to Pakistan. I currently live in Qatar. I have studied this, and I'm going to move to. So that will also be with a very good fluency. But yet, for any student, introduction is also okay. But it comes to general topics. So on general topics, actually, you will be having information. Now, in the previous question, you might have observed a single or two, three words. Those might be new for you. Remaining were not new in my perception. Now, what is the problem? The problem is when we don't speak and don't say the words on daily basis on the tip of tongue, they never come directly. They will be there stored. And when they store here, so they never come suddenly. For sudden coming, without thinking, you must speak suddenly every time. And every time means minimum 30 minutes speaking is necessary for second language learning, right? So this is very important. 30 minutes minimum on different topics. Okay, let's move towards the topic without wasting further time. But speaking, the very crucial point and the simple point is to speak. And one of my favorite people are one of my favorite persons, we can say one of my favorite persons to follow is Jay. So who is that? One is the this we can say keyword here. One person. Okay, next is a farmer monk. A farmer monk, you can say a farmer scholar, or a farmer, any representative of something, a farmer monk who is now a motivational speaker. So right now moment and past moment. So the first point is one of my, and now, right now moment and the past moment we discussed. Next, content creator and so on. I discovered him a few years ago on social media when one of his inspirational videos appeared on my Instagram. How you discover? and social media about how it happened, and Instagram had the video cam suddenly, right? His calm voice and powerful message immediately caught my attention, right? So what actually happened? His information, his inspiration, his motivational words caught my attention. So my attention was caught by his inspiration, right? So you got three words or three different ideas. And let me choose any participant or by your choice who would like to explain this question. Yes. Yes, anyone? Sundus?
Yes.
Okay.
So one of my favorite persons to follow is Qasim Ali Shah, a former professor who is now a motivational speaker, author and content creator. I discovered him a few years ago on.
Yes, sorry.
I discovered him a few years ago on social media when one of his inspiration video appeared on my Instagram feed. His calm voice and powerful message at once caught my attention.
Yeah, great.
Qasim Ali Shah content on personal growth, mindfulness, relationships, and mental health. He also host a program. Um, some I
Yeah,
am
that's
not
great. That's great.
recalling any program.
That's
Okay,
great.
where he interviews people from different backgrounds, including celebrities, psychologists, and educationists. I find his
Okay, good.
content not
Sundus,
only.
thank you. That's great. Okay, sorry, because of out of time and running out of time, I'm going to write few more answers, like round about 4, 5, and you can answer me in your own words within tomorrow lecture, right? Tomorrow discussion will be based on introduction part 1, IELTS speaking. But first, before that, I can ask you, any of you, the questions that I'm going to write it down within 3, 4, 5 minutes, and then I'm going to share with you guys, right? You can take some points like the way we discuss here in the class, and then try to just speak with flow. You can add some connectors. In addition, I would like to mention furthermore, additionally, and moreover, I would like to also cite, right, like this kind of words you can mention, and just try a little, do speak with any of your colleagues and do more practice. If you are having any question, you can ask in the group or individuals. I'm going to write the questions and you